Hello everyone, welcome to the United Stand, welcome to another special video. Today we are talking values of players we think should be out the door. The inconsistency and the performance level of them players have put them in a place now where we're looking to possibly make a bit of money off them. With the uncertainty of the Glazers maybe not spending money with the possible sale coming up at the end of the season. Will they spend money in January? I don't know. But what we're going to do, we're going to play a game. The whiteboards are back. We're going to add values to 5 players that I've named. So you can blame me for these players if you want in the comment section. Or you can blame Beth and Kev, who are both with me here today as well. Guys, how are we doing?
Well, good. I'm excited to sell some players.
Yes, this is it. So what we're going to do, we're going to write down the value of each one of the players that I mention. We're going to see how close we are together and see if we can maybe raise enough money to say a 50, 60 million, what we might be getting Gakpo for.
What do you reckon Gakpo's worth now?
I reckon 50 to 60 million is the mark.
Do you reckon? We could have got to like 30 in some.
Yes, I reckon that's what it's going to be.
Had a good World Cup, hasn't he?
Yes.
Always boosts it up. So
I mean, looking at it right now, we're right at the end of the group stages. He's in there for the Golden Boot. They've got USA next.
I want them to get knocked out next game just so we get him for a bit cheaper.
This is it, yeah. This is when you start thinking, like, I want players back now. It's like, yeah, World Cup's great and all that, but now you start thinking, don't you? We're like 2 weeks away from the World Cup finishing pretty much, and we're looking at players now and our own players like, all right, yeah, so it's like, well, it was November, you're like, World Cup and the Premier League seemed miles away, but now it's like getting a little bit too close now.
It's flown by, hasn't it?
Half of my mindset is thinking club football again right now, I'm not going to lie. And that's going to bring us into this. Anyway, first name on the list, it's quite an obvious one. Wan-Bissaka. Guys in the comment section, obviously, play the game along with us. But we're just going to do a big value for Wan-Bissaka.
Does it have to be like to 5 to 0 or can it be anything?
Just going to put to the nearest million.
To the nearest million.
Nearest million. Wan-Bissaka. How much are we getting for Wan-Bissaka? We can all turn our cards to the screen. Here we go. 15, 18, 20. Ooh, 18
Close.
million.
I'm in the middle. It literally goes across like that.
It did. We didn't even plan that. That was quite good.
No.
18 million, Beth. 15, 18 million. I reckon that's... We're going to take a big loss.
Do you know what? I've gone for 18 because I was thinking 15 like you. I was thinking 20 like Kev, but I'm thinking he's not played much football.
None.
When he was playing, he was super out of form and he didn't look good enough. There's a specific thing with Wan-Bissaka. It's got to be a team that's looking for a defensive right back, not someone that's looking to play out from the back type football. So I think regarding everything that's happened, the wages that he's on and the form that he has been in, I think it's going to be 18 mil. I actually think there's a player there for a club, by the way. I think there is a player there for a club that's probably worth more than 18, but at this moment in time, it's 18.
Inflation, Kev?
I'm
20 million?
slightly inflated. I think there's one club that would take him back, would be the club that he come from, possibly Crystal Palace. I look at that 20 million and I think possibly some kind of a loan, initial loan with a view to a permanent buy. That would be the way to go for Wan-Bissaka. I think it's been disappointing, hasn't it, more than anything, because he come and I think we always thought if he can learn the art of defending, he's cracked it.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it, do you reckon the style of play when a manager comes in, do you reckon this could be the problem? The player's probably not that bad, but like you said, Beth, it's like all of a sudden a new manager comes in and it's, I don't want that player anymore.
Do you know what it is with Wan-Bissaka? It's like he's got that string to his bow and it's a brilliant sliding tackle and he can get the ball off anyone. We've seen him pocket Sterling, we've seen him pocket Mbappe. Like, the guy has got talent, he has. But going forward, it's like Bambi on ice. It honestly is. And I feel... And I know I've seen the videos of him trying to improve that, but in a team that's wanting to play out from the back and play attacking football, like Ten Hag likes to use his fullbacks as inverted, he wants them to be good on the ball. That's one thing about Malacia, he's great on the ball. And that's what he wants, Martinez, great on the ball, that's what he wants. And Wan-Bissaka, you see that first touch, it's never really been good enough. So, like Kev said, if he could improve his first touch and manage to get forward, he'd definitely have a future, but unfortunately that's the stuff that's hard to teach. It's either there or it's not, and it's not there for him. And plus as well, the amount of times he's lost his man on the back post, I mean, it's crazy. Like, Dallow's doing so well.
It's getting the full package, isn't it? With these wing back these days, it's such a vital part of the team, and you can't just be good at one thing. You have to be the full package and good at everything, and that's where you look at a player like Dallow at Manchester United, who has absolutely prospered recently at Manchester United, and he's in the team, isn't he? He's in the team on merit. He can defend, he can attack, and easily the most improved player under Ten Hag.
This is the difference between two different managers as well. It's like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer never gave Dalot a chance, a sniff, nothing. He just didn't fancy him. Wan-Bissaka was playing every game. With Eric Ten Hag, Wan-Bissaka's not had a touch. Dalot has played every game. He much prefers him. So,
I mean, Wan-Bissaka can tackle. I mean, even his one goal that he got for Manchester United, I think he tackled it into the net.
It was a good goal, that.
It's like literally tackled it into the net. It was like, wow, okay, that says everything. But Wan-Bissaka, I think we'll go in between and then go on 18 million for Beth. I think that's perfect the way that's worked out there. Cross out that number, guys. What do you think? Was it 18 million? Is it? Can we get 20 million for Wan-Bissaka? It's a good start to the transfer window. Next on the list, though, another defender, another fullback, another youth academy prospect, Brandon Williams. This is a tough one now because Ten Hag's not even mentioned him as a possible cover at right back.
No.
We talked about Lindelof to you and Malacia, who plays at left back. So I'm looking at Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Brandon Williams surplus to requirements right now.
He's well down the pecking order.
Yes, and this is why I think this is a realistic option for United to sell in January. But how much? Brandon Williams, write the numbers down.
If Ten Hag actually fancied this guy at all, he would have named him.
I think I'm being generous with this as well here.
So do I.
I think I am. So spin him round, let's do it. 10-10-5. Ooh, Kev.
Kev.
We'll have to have an argument here then. Where are you getting 10 from?
I'm just thinking
money. I'm thinking age.
Age, young.
Yeah,
do you know what
he was decent at Norwich, but that's his level. Norwich is his level.
Do you know why I see even Wan-Bissaka on this one as well? But I see Brandon Williams like a Celtic Rangers type of move player. That's how I see it. I think he would do well in Scotland. I do
think he was good at Norwich for them, but they got relegated.
But like Beth says, is that his level?
I think it is. I honestly do, and I just remember.
He did all right.
I remember the FA Cup final.
He didn't rip up trees.
Gilmore went to Norwich, didn't he, from Chelsea? He was supposed to be the best prospect coming from Britain, Scotland's hope, and look what happened to him.
And in fairness, it's probably quite harsh to judge him off that loan move. Norwich were destined to go down.
No, it is, and they got
playing a team like that where you get beat every week. You know, it's demoralising for a young player like that, like you say, Billy Gilmore, but also Brandon Williams as well.
I mean, if we took 18 million for Wan-Bissaka and 5 for Brandon Williams, and you're talking 23 million already there, and big wages gone as well, because both them two together round up about 150 grand a week in wages. That's ridiculous for Manchester United. And the reason, and I said this on the show the other day, and Pat, with the owners coming in, the structure of the ownership is the most important thing. They need to get a grip of the wage structure, the player contracts, everything, and start from scratch.
Do you know what Brandon Williams generally did live off? He lived off them games he came in for Luke Shaw when he was injured, I think it was.
I remember him playing really well.
And he did super well, but then he just fell off.
Captain of the youth team, he was like a prospect.
He was, and do you know what I like about him? When he plays, he has got that aggression, he's got that bite. Like I really did rate him when he came on the scene, but he just completely fell off a cliff.
I think he's like levels, and then I think he's 2 down. Personally,
but you could argue about McTominay. McTominay's got the bite, knows what it is to be at Manchester United, and you have to look at certain players and go. I had
real big hopes for Brandon Williams, I must admit. I really did think, with him being the youth captain, I thought he knew all about it. He's just seems to have, like I said, it's just got to him quickly.
Do you know what it is as well? It's never good for a left back to be right-footed, I don't think. In this day and age, I mean, you've got the likes of, you've got out of the ordinary ones that can do it, but the top talents.
It does become an issue, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to go with the majority. 10. We're taking 10 million for Brandon Williams.
10.
Taking our total up to...
I'll be shocked if we do get that.
28 million so far raised from players and 150 grand a week in wages we've just clayed off there then. They should be putting us up there.
I was going to say, we should be in charge here. Look how easy it is.
It should be quite simple. Another player who isn't going to get game time, we know this. He's right down the pecking order at centre-back. Another youth prospect, Axel Tuanzebe. Now, this is another interesting one price-wise, because he had some moments.
Yeah, I like him.
Gerrard didn't like him, though, when he went to Villa.
Something went wrong as well.
Is the injury issue going to stop him going, or is it going to hamper the price?
When he went to Italy, I don't think he did too well either, to be honest.
He's not had a good loan spell. He's not had a good time anywhere. He had an all right spell at the few games he played for United. But
He's
then
living
I
off
think,
the PSG game, isn't he?
Yeah, the PSG. Ollie made him captain for the Rochdale game,
Yeah.
hometown and everything like that. But we just haven't seen anything. And no manager has wanted him near.
And you have to ask the question then, it's almost like, it's all right us saying, yeah, you know, he's broken for the youth team, he looks like a fantastic player and that, but if managers aren't giving him time, there is a reason for that. If so many managers have looked and not given him time, then that's what it boils down to, doesn't it?
Do you know what you have to realise as well? He's like, not every prospect from the youth team has to come on and play in United's first team. Sometimes, this is what Chelsea do all the time. You use it to bring players through. If they can get in the first team, that's absolutely brilliant. But if not, sell them on and make some money.
I'm going to change my mind on this one. For the sake of the video and speeding things along, let's put a number down for Axel. Spin it around. I went 10, 10 and 8. I think we've already dissected Axel, so we're going to go with
injury prone. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so we'll add 10 million to the pot. That's leaving
I don't think
us
we're getting 10 for him.
38 million, everybody. 38 million off them 3 players who never played.
We'll sell him off the game that he played against PSG. We're getting 10 million for him back.
38
I want you
million.
in charge of my business.
There literally is 38 million quid waiting there in United doing nothing.
Yeah, but we say this, but we don't. It just doesn't happen, does it?
And that now is 200k a week in wages off the bill, which is ridiculous on it. So imagine what you're saving a month. 200k.
The thing is, all of these players should have gone in summer. And this is the worry. But anyway.
This is what I think now. I mean, can the Glazers grab any money back? Will they sell or not buy? That's the thing. But we're looking at it. We're playing the game. And I'm going to bring a fourth name into the equation right now. Probably the one that everyone wanted to do well and thought was going to do well. Donny van der Beek.
Oh, God, how many players would we say this about, eh?
Poor old Donny. But
I feel for him.
At the end of the day, it's about results. And he's had 3 games in a row this season. Ten Hag gave him a little bit of a run, and he was garbage.
Yeah, he was poor. He was the worst. He's the worst I've seen him play in United shirt. Yeah. He's had glimpses before where he's actually looked decent.
Watford away last season.
Yeah.
Ollie's last game.
He
was brilliant.
When he came on against Shakhtar, he looked like decent. He looked good, but then he had 3 full games and was non-existent. I do think he's not a number 10.
No.
I do not think he's a number 10. Like, he keeps playing him as a number 10, and I think the best times we've seen Donny play in the United shirt, he's been deeper in that role. He can't be a number 10 at Manchester United.
But at the end of the day, if Ten Hag can't get the best out of this player, nobody is.
They absolutely fall out as
he's
well.
played under previous managers. He's played his best football under Ten Hag, you know, at Ajax. But now at Manchester United, if he cannot get a tune out of him, there is something seriously wrong.
Do you reckon there's a possibility we'd get more money selling him back into Europe?
I do think he's definitely a European player, and I think he's an
value
Ajax player. I couldn't imagine. I could imagine him going back to Ajax. I think he'd be good at Ajax.
I'm going bold.
Well, that's where the argument about the Dutch league and the Premier League sort of kicks in, doesn't it? So
I'm going bold. I think there's value in the European market for Donny. I don't think his wages are too high, which is going to give me my total of 20 million. 20 million,
Ooh.
20 million.
Oh, we got 3 in a row.
There you go.
I'm sorry, if Wan-Bissaka's going for 18, Donny can go for 20.
Yes, easily. I think we don't need to say any more on that one.
I think there's more prospects in Donny than Wan-Bissaka.
What did Man United pay for him? 40 million. So you're taking half a hit on which in theory, like you say, he hasn't really played that much football. Is there that much for somebody else to say, wow, 20? You know, for 20 million for what that's going to get you?
Cheap wages. Yeah. That's the bonus you've got. You can sell Donny van der Beek because I don't think he's on astronomical money.
I don't see it as high risk either for a team to take him on at that price, 20 million.
That takes us to 48. See, I'm looking at Hakpo right now going, this is doable.
And 48?
48 million.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've got it in the kit here towards it.
Sorry, no, it's 58, sorry. 50, we had 20, not 10. Yeah. Sorry, it's 58.
Mathematics, if anyone knows.
Yes, that's it.
Is that a thing? Yeah, mathematics.
It is if you're watching That's Football. Anyway, 58 million. Adam got that wrong. Sorry. But I'm taking the extra 10 anyway. I'm happy with that. Last one. Here he is. The man, the myth, the one and only. Mr. Philip Jones.
Sir Philip Jones to you.
Sir,
yes, Sir Philip. Mr. Sir Philip.
Royalty.
God. He's got about 8 titles at Manchester United. He's got cult hero status in some of the fan base.
One thing I respect him for, man, he could have had a testimonial. I know that nobody would have turned up to it, but at least he was big enough himself to say, you know, I'm not going to have it because...
Only my mum and dad would show up. Oh, God, poor old Phil Jones.
They probably wouldn't have even shown up.
Yeah, do you know what he needs in that case there, mate? He needs friends. That's what he needs. But Phil Jones, everybody. Just think about that there. When you break it down, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you've got Brandon Williams, Axel Tuanzebe, Donny van der Beek and Phil Jones. None are offering anything to this football club. You're literally saving 300,000 to 400,000 a week. And my number here right now for Phil Jones, because I think someone will actually spend a little bit, takes our total to 60 because I'm giving Phil Jones 2 million. What's Beth put there?
A can of Coke.
A can of Coke?
Oh! I drew a can of Iron Brew.
Iron Brew, wow. My colleagues here have to stop me from getting to 60 million because we have to go with a majority. The majority says Iron Brew.
It depends what size can it is as well, if it's one of them.
Oh, do you want a bottle?
You definitely, you're not getting a bottle, Adam.
Oh, you're just giving him one of the
worst.
Honestly, I feel tight, but
I do as well, actually. Sorry, Sir Phil.
That's a bit of a joke, but
No. But if you even said that, I mean, yeah, can of Coke. It's going on a free transfer.
Yeah.
75 grand a week.
But in seriousness,
I do think
2
you just
million.
have to let him go for free.
This is what I look at on this, and it's like everyone says.
You're not getting 2 million for Phil Jones.
There's some stupid
You're not
idiot
getting
out
Phil Jones 2 million for Phil
Seriously.
Jones.
Saving that a year in wages. So that's how we'll do
You
it.
put Phil Jones's best bits into some kind of a video and try showing that to somebody. You've got the header against Arsenal when he was an absolute madman.
Breaststroke, backstroke one.
It's not even the quality, it's the fact he's always injured.
He's so
How old is he now?
injury-prone.
Like, he must be at least 32.
Is he injured right now? I don't
even know what
he
he's
hasn't
up
got
to.
a locker anymore, has he?
Has he not?
Brandon Williams and Phil Jones that have a locker at Carrington now. There's not enough room in the changing room. Whether you can blame that on Carrington's facilities or the fact that
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Ten Hag really doesn't want
That's
him.
more or less like saying, come on, just pack your bags and go.
Pack your bags and go. But
Yeah.
do you see what Conte did? He told certain players in the summer, he went, you won't be playing for me, find yourself a club. You've got to do that.
That's it.
Sometimes
That's
that's
the
what
hard
managers
hand.
that win actually have. They do it for the team, don't they?
That's
They're not
it.
thinking about people's feelings.
Anyway, guys, that pretty much sums up this video. I mean, we're having a laugh and we're having a joke there, but in all seriousness, you've got, like I said, 5 players there that is going to cost this football club nigh on 400 grand a week who do nothing, who offer absolutely nothing to Ten Hag right now, and have offered nothing for years in some cases.
Yeah.
This is where, and like I was saying in the show the other day, the brutal side of this new ownership model coming in has to be there, and there's no sentimental factor that's going to creep into this. They can't be. Players have to be off the books, and we need to start a new structure. That's the hard look at what this video is about. Yes, we can laugh and joke and make our numbers up, but the realistic side of it is exactly that. Manchester United need to get harder in the way that they run the football club, and hopefully the new ownership brings that with it. But guys, cheers for coming on, Kev, Beth.
Thanks very much.
It's very good to be able to talk about that and see the money that we actually could get. Because 58 mil, that's Cody Gakpo at Manchester United.
Exactly.
And I wish it was as easy as that. It's obviously not, but we've always been poor at selling. We need to do better.
We've always clung on to the deadwood, haven't we? We've said under this regime, we have gone on, banged our heads about all these players kicking about that offer absolutely nothing to the first team. We've been through, 5 of them there?
Yeah.
And it just goes to show, the money that is floating about Old Trafford that could be saved. And hopefully we've done Man United a service there, haven't we?
Hopefully
we showed them
watching.
what they can save.
I know they do watch, I've been told.
Yeah.
Anyway, 58 million and £1 because the can cost £1. So there you go. That's it. You won't
Inflation for you.
You won't get anything at Old Trafford for £1. Trust me. Bloody hell, you can't even get a bottle of water for that.
No.
Anyway, guys, that is it for the video. Cheers for tuning in, everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. Get your comments in below. What do you value them 5 players that we value them at? Are you in with us? Are you close to 58 million? More? Less? Let us know, everybody. Cheers for watching. Stay tuned for the next one that's coming very, very soon.